Wow, Gretchen, you look different. What happened? I barely recognized you.
Gago, I've been exercising. I want to become a UFC fighter. Diba?
Well, how did you like the first episode of 90 Day Fiance, the other way?
I liked it. I really like Evelyn and Jenny and I feel sorry for Ellie and I hope it works out for her. Can we meet any of these cast members? I want to meet Evelyn and Jenny. I really want to meet Big Ed. I want to show him a rear naked chokehold to make him apologize to all the Filipinas in this world. Ayoko na si Big Ed.
We'll see what I can do. Some of the cast members are hard to meet. Others are stuck up and the rest are downright friendly. Okay, do you want to start off with the first couple?
Pau and Kalani's sister are stuck up, I hear. Ikaw Big Ed will meet me because I'm young, Asian and beautiful. I hope he doesn't mistake it for my anger. Ayoko na si Kaunti Ed. I don't like Big Ed. I hear he is engaged to that poor woman. She must be desperate for fame. Okay, let's start. First off is Victor and Ellie. Ellie is talking to Victor as a hurricane is going to hit the island. He tells her about the Hurricane Iota, which is a Category 5 storm. It tore up the island and there is flooding everywhere. I am sad to see that. She tries to contact him, but is unable to. She is worried. They go to a Weak-Ear Liar, where she works at her pizza parlor. In the last 7 years she put her blood, sweat and tears into it. It is a successful pizza parlor. She grew up in Austin, Nevada and wanted to live in the city. She moved to Seattle in 1995 and got married at age 28. 11 months later he died after overdosing on painkillers. It changed her life. She was never the same. She hasn't been able to love again. 2 years ago she went to Providencia in Colombia. She fell in love with him instantly. He made her a pina colada. You know candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. When it was her time to leave, he begged her not to leave. So she stayed 2 more weeks. Unlike Keith, who got on a plane and just left me at the airport crying. Take notes Keith. She wanted to continue relationship so they swapped social media contacts. They want to be together. His K1 visa interview was going to happen until the coronavirus scare started and it was cancelled. Ellie doesn't want to wait so she is selling her business and moving to Colombia. She made an offer to her business partner, Dylan, who is planting the seeds of doubt in her for what is Victor's motives. She loves Victor and thinks it's worth it. Now what the Filipino mango kind of crazy stuff did I see? She is packing food and spices to go with her. Come on, live your life and enjoy the food from Colombia. It's delicious. Her other friend is worried about her move. She doesn't understand it and thinks it's extreme and crazy. Victor has lied to Ellie before. Ellie found out that Victor was doing the wild thing with another girl. That girl was so excited to be riding the wild stallion that she texted Ellie and told her that she got her man and there was nothing Ellie could do about it. If Ellie thinks that he will go back to her, she doubts it. There was no reason for Ellie to text him and try to work out it. She got her man. Ellie was really angry, but he is a smooth talker, like Keith, and got her back. She said she can forgive him. She knows it's crazy, but she loves him and love makes you do crazy things.
Then there is Corey and Evelyn, fan favorites from Ecuador. The two are surfers. Evelyn is in charge of the surfing club in Engabao and has taught English to the surfers. They've been dating for 6 years now. When we first met them, she didn't like Washington and had a hard time adjusting there. He has wanted to marry her for the past several years, but she is not ready. The couple has had a rocky past several years. Corey's father passed away a few years ago. Evelyn talks to her sisters. They are really nice. One has a master's degree in biology. That is so cool. They want to see him do the things that he promised Evelyn. One time they took a break and Corey went to Peru for a month and met a girl named Jenny. Then he returned to Ecuador. The two stayed in quarantine together. Then they show them driving Evelyn's truck to the restaurant and bar that was shut down because of the corona scare. They are relocating the restaurant now. They worked things out and have a date for the wedding. He has not been honest about Jenny. It's going to be bad. Evelyn hasn't told the family yet about the wedding yet. Like most Catholics, Evelyn talks about her deep faith and that she will be married for life. I know personally, she has never spoke badly about Corey. The couple goes to talk to her family about their wedding plans. Her mother cooks dinner and honestly, is a very good cook. Evelyn's mother is happy for the couple. While Leslie, her sister, is not and wants to know if Evelyn is pregnant. She admits that she doesn't want them to marry and thinks Corey is fake.
Then we move on to Biniyam and Ariela. She talks about how they met and how she came to Ethiopia 2 years ago after filing for a divorce. She was not looking for love, but got pregnant. She fell in love with Ethiopia, then found out it was hard for him to get a visa to USA. Yeah, right. He lived in USA before with his ex and is in the USA now. She decided to have the baby in Ethiopia and her mother insisted in coming. Ethiopia is a really religious country. The Ark of the Covenant is rumored to be there and every town and city has its own Ark of the Covenant as a protector. If you didn't notice, their furniture has a Templar motif, or the cross of St. George carved into it. Their rent is $200, Keith, we should move there, it's cheap. Ari is learning to cook Ethiopian food. It is well known that Ethiopian wives must learn to cook. If they can't cook, then they can't get married. This has been told to me by many Ethiopians. That bread is good, tastes like pancakes and a spongy taste. I eat at that Ethiopian restaurant in Las Vegas once a month. Just tear a piece off and add some meat or vegetables. Keith, let's eat there this weekend. Ari admits that she has no friends or deep friendships with anyone there. She asks her ex-husband to come to Ethiopia and to see her life there. That is not cool. Ari calls him on the internet and almost calls him babe. He is already in Ethiopia and has to quarantine for 3 days before they can meet. They met in Argentina, got married 6 months later, and she brought him to the USA and were married for 10 years with the last 3 years not living together. They have a connection no one can break. What is this? She can't cook or make a bed, then she wants him to learn to cook. No Ethiopian man will cook for his wife. Biniyam is not comfortable meeting her ex-husband. Ari says that he just wants to check him out. Biniyam is jealous. Don't worry, Biniyam, I got your back on this one. Ari says that Biniyam has no room to be jealous because he pays bongo on his ex-girlfriend's puwet. He's worried. It happened to him before when his ex went back to her ex. Ari doesn't get along with his sisters. They pay a visit and hope she's pregnant again. She says she has good news, that her ex-husband is coming to visit. They say that is good news. Where is he going to stay? Of course, in the baby's room. They say it's white people's shit. No, not true. No one invites their ex over and sleep in the house. He shouldn't come there. It's not good news. They tell Ari to tell Biniyam what happened in New Jersey. They spent time together. Biniyam didn't know this before. He is angry about her lies. They go to get her nails done so she looks good for his arrival. She even dresses up sexy for him. She doesn't do this very often. I'm surprised she doesn't make Biniyam to dress up nice for him and buy a welcome gift. This is bad.
Then there is one of my favorite couples, Jenny and Sumit. The couple lives in Gao on the opposite side of the country, or at least they post a lot of pictures from there. It's Jenny's birthday, happy birthday Jenny. And Sumit brings her flowers. The cute couple has been dating for 10 years now. They talk about the call center catfishing scheme, and about a year and a half ago, she flew to India to marry him. His parents were against it because of her age. Sumit was keeping a secret from Jenny, that he was in an arranged marriage and had to get out of it. He assured her he was going to get a divorce and they would be together. She moved back to the USA and returned to India after he filed for a divorce. She thought they would get married this time. Sumit's family has tried to stop it every single time they tried to be married. There are no other options now other than to get married. Sumit is going to surprise her, and takes her to an astrologer. Indians are very big believers in astrology. In fact, if you are not an astrological match you cannot marry or date. They follow it to a T. There is even people born on a certain date that Indians believe will destroy their partner, and those people find it difficult to marry. Jenny is scared the astrologer will tell them bad news. He asks for her birth date and time. Sumit says they want to marry. The astrologer tells them not to fight with his parents and not to rush it, until 2021. Let God decide when they get married. Jenya wants to get married before her visa expires. She is on a 10-year tourist visa. The astrologer says that if they force a marriage, they will end up fighting. She says he needs to marry her. Her visa extension was closed and is usually approved. This time it is not approved and Jenny has to leave for a certain time. She can extend the visa 3 times for an in-country stay for 18 months. But the visa is good for 10 years. Periodically, the visa holder needs to leave the country for a certain amount of time, like around every 6 months. They call a travel agent who advises them that Thailand is not open. Bali may be a better option. Thailand has a 2-week quarantine costing around $2,000 or more before you can leave the hotel. It has changed recently, but still the details are not worth visiting the country. Jenny thinks she has to go back to the USA. She said that he promised to marry her this time. She is pissed.
Then there is a neurotic Steven from Salt Lake City, Utah, worried about his hair. How narcissistic. Hello, my name is Steven. That's Steven with a V. He seems like a moron. He visits his parents and attends a church service. The father reads the sermon on the laptop. Did he ever think about or practice his speech before the others came by? Steven, with a V, lived in Eastern Europe and learned to speak Russian. Has a very pretty fiancée. But all he wants to hear that she looks good. How pathetic and immature. The couple met on a language exchange site. She didn't want to date him because she thought he was in a cult and would harvest her organs. That is funny. He looks like a Manson follower. The couple loves walking around together and have been dating over a year now. He wanted to move to Russia, but due to COVID they are moving to Turkey. Russia is now open for tourists. His mother thinks he's carefree. I think he's immature and a moron. He needs to be married so he can get a Russian spousal visa and has only 90 days in Turkey to get married and get a visa. His brother is worried that Elena won't become a Mormon and they will break up like that dickhead Steven and Olga. Yes, that Steven guy was a dickhead. Now this Steven, not dickhead Steven, but Steven here is worried that he won't meet up with the standards of the church. He is having a going away party for his friends. Has Thai pizza. What the F is Thai pizza? Filipino pizza is better. Especially, Filipino pineapple and mango. Where is the alcohol? Why did they take the wrappers off the soda bottles? They think he's playing games and wants to know how he knows she's the one for him. He wants to move on from his old ways and be the new Steven. Just don't be like dickhead. I can't stand that dickhead. His brothers don't believe he will change and don't want to say I told you so. But they told you so. That will do it for today. God bless and see you next time.
Love you all and peace out. See you next week. I'm Keith Brooks. For Gretchen and I, thank you for joining. Please subscribe, like and share.